Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, baik. So, ni sesi kedua okay, for the bahagian B. Bukan bahagian B lah actually. It's question 21 sampai question 25 Okay, 30 markah yang bahagian kedua tu. Okay, baik. Alright, let's just jump into it. Okay, so first one, let's look at question number 21, 3 dialogue questions. Okay, reminder for all of you, right? As usual, seperti yang I've explained in the classroom lah kan. For dialogue questions, make sure that you answer 3 words. 3 words minimum minimum 3 perkataan. Okay, kalau kamu tak write 3 words, 3 perkataan, dia tak akan dapat full mark kalau jawapan kamu betul lah. Okay, so for example lah, kalau macam soalan tu dia, the question, dia punya jawapan dia terima kasih, thank you. Alright, so jangan just write thank you, also you have to write thank you, bagi nama lah. Okay, give a name. Nampak dia watak tu is a boy or is a girl or is a man, a woman, you bagi nama yang sesuai dengan watak tersebut. Okay, that's a very important thing. Next, nampak ni? Ni. Ni. Okay, this is a very important thing. Satu tinggi, satu rendah, satu tinggi, satu rendah, satu tinggi, satu rendah. One is high, one is low. So when one is high, one is low, you know this. Tapi masalahnya, masa exam yang baru-baru ni, okay, I belum bagi markah lagi lah. Okay, never mind about that. I perasan that a lot of you, what you did was that you give answers yang terbalik. Okay, you tulis kat sini yang nombor 2 bercakap. Okay, kalau dia top, okay, if it's on the top like this, yang ni below, bottom kan. Yang top ni is the first one to speak. Yang ni dialog pertama okay. Yang ni dialog kedua. Faham? Pastikan you okay. Pastikan kamu membuat ikut dia punya turutan lah, which one is the first one, which one is the second one. Faham? Jangan silap kat situ, sebab kalau kamu salah, dia akan kira sebagai salah tau. Dia akan kira kamu tak dapat markah kat situ. Alright? Okay, next, let's look at the question straight away lah. Okay, question number 1, dia bagi kamu A, 21A. Dia bagi kamu kat sini is a man. Okay, a man, dia menghulur tangan macam ni, and then the boy is answering. Lelaki ni, he is talking first. Dia bercakap dulu, and then the boy is answering. Dia menjawab, I feel weak in my body. Okay, weak, the word weak is lemah. Saya rasa lemah. Badan saya rasa lemah lah. Okay, so it is clear that the man ni, dia tanya, kamu ni sihat ke? Awak ni okey tak? Okay, so for 21, let me just set up this place first. Okay, 21A. Alright, so the best answer, easiest and simple and correct, and paling tepat. Okay, are you all right? Okay, alright, jangan lupa tanda soal. Are you alright? Okay, jangan lupa tanda soal kat situ. Okay, and kalau kamu tak letak tanda soal kat sini kan, dia akan kira sebagai you will lose 1 mark lah. Kalau ayat dia tak ada tanda soal sekalipun, if you forgot to put full stop kat situ, and you will lose 1 mark. Okay, but here you need to put tanda soal lah. Besides this, jawapan lain yang boleh diterima ialah are you okay? Alright, are you okay? Tapi are you okay tu pun dia tak berapa nak tepat sikit lah. Are you alright? That is the best answer. Okay, are you all right? Okay, jawapan lain, kalau ada jawapan lain yang kamu tulis and you're not so sure is it correct or not, you can please PM me. Okay, alright, that's the best answer for 21A. Okay, let's look at 21B. 21B, they gave you a conversation between 2 women. Okay, conversation between 2 women, and then you can see at the back tu there is apa tu, ada bus stand punya ni kan, signboard belakang tu. Okay, so they're talking at the bus stand lah. Okay, so whenever you answer this kind of question, bila jawab soalan macam ni, tolong beri perhatian dekat benda-benda yang dekat belakang ni. Tengok gambar dia betul-betul, what is going on, because kamu kena menjawab mengikut konteks. So if you answer according to the context, then you're right. If you don't answer according to context, then that is wrong lah. Something is wrong there. Okay, alright. So the girl is saying something. Perempuan tu cakap sesuatu. Okay, and then this lady right here, she's answering, let's pay him a visit. Okay, so dia kata, let's pay him a visit. Jom kita melawat dia. Okay, so maksudnya bila kita melawat orang, dia kata, jom kita melawat dia. So maksudnya apa? Ada kemungkinan besar yang seseorang ni sakit lah. Okay, seorang ni sakit, and then dia kata, kau dengar, dia ni sakit lah. So dia kata, ya ke? Jom kita pergi melawat dia. Macam tu lah. Okay, dan kalau nak pergi melawat ni, the best answer is melawat kat mana kan? Melawat kat mana? Where are you going to visit this person? Can be at home, can also be at the hospital. So I'm going to give you an answer yang berkaitan dengan hospital lah. Okay, you can write paling simple. I'm giving you something simple tau. Okay, the best answer, simple, easy answer will be Ali was admitted to the hospital. Ataupun Ali was admitted at the hospital lah. Okay, full stop. Ali was admitted at the hospital. Let's pay him a visit. Okay, boleh macam tu. Ada orang dia akan tulis macam ni, did you hear Ali was admitted at the hospital? Okay, Ali was admitted to the hospital pun boleh. Okay, alright. I think maybe to the hospital lah, boleh juga lah. Okay, Ali was admitted to the hospital, Ali was admitted to the hospital. Either way can lah. Okay, alright. That is 21B. Let's go to 22B. Okay, 22B. Alright. So 22B. Okay, here they give you a lady. Okay, dia pegang umbrella, belakang tu nampak hujan. Dia kata, here's my umbrella. So perempuan ni is saying something, and then perempuan dia kata, here's my umbrella. Okay, so you can see something like, apa dia kata, alamak hujan lah, tu lah, payung. Alright, so you have to like, kamu kena buat macam ni. Nampak macam apa ni, macam main-main aja. Hujan lah, ni bukan, dia bukan macam itu sekarang ni. Sebab apa? Nak fahamkan dia punya situasi. You need to understand the situation, the picture there. So untuk memahami tu, kamu kena macam mainkan dialog tu dalam otak kamu. Baru kamu nampak, logik lah, faham lah. And then bila kamu dah jawab, cuba test. Okay, macam yang first one tadi tu, are you alright? I feel weak in my body. Kena tak? Kena. Yang nombor 2 ni, Ali was admitted at the hospital. Let's pay him a visit. Kena. Nampak? So kamu kena cuba dialog tu, baru kamu nampak dia masuk ataupun tidak. Kalau kamu tak cuba, dia tak akan masuk. Kamu tak akan masuk, kamu tak akan nampak dia masuk ataupun tidak. Faham? Okay? Alright. So here dia kata, alamak hujan. So you can say like, oh no, it is raining. Okay? Alright. Oh no ni, I'm gonna put tanda seru kat sini. Sebab dia kata, alamak kan? So, oh no, it is raining. Okay? Ataupun boleh juga, oh dear, it is raining. Okay? Alright. So macam tu lah. Simple lah. Very easy answer. Selain daripada tu, other answers yang boleh kita terima ialah it, macam mana cakap? Oh my, it is raining, boleh juga. Okay, ataupun it is starting to rain. Tapi it is starting to rain tu dia tak betul. Sebab apa? Sebab dalam gambar tu dah hujan. Bukan lagi mula nak hujan, dah hujan. Okay, so it is starting to rain. Ada kemungkinan besar kamu takkan dapat markah penuh. Okay, sebab kita tak tahu macam mana punya skema yang dia bagi. Skema tu mungkin dia very strict. So kita kena try to be as you know, as accurate as possible lah. Paling tepat yang kita boleh bagi. Alright, tolong jaga dia punya tenses. Okay, dalam ni dia bercakap tentang perkara yang sedang berlaku. So you use present continuous Dekat sini dia menceritakan perkara yang telah berlaku, so use past tense. Kat sini perkara yang ditanya, arahan, soalan, so use present tense. Are you alright? Okay? Alright, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's move on to question 22. Alright, question 22. Sorry, okay, question 22 is about this is a text. Okay, it's a story lah. Okay, and this story is a bit we can say is a bit sebenarnya story dia nampak simple, but actually is a bit confusing juga sebenarnya. Okay, let's look at the story. Okay, a cat, a dog, a hen, and a buffalo live on a farm. Okay, you know a cat, you know what is a dog. If you do not know what is a hen is actually ayam betina. Okay, and a buffalo lah. Buffalo, you should know buffalo. If you do not know, look up in the dictionary. Okay, live on a farm. One evening, they sat down and talked about how useful they were to the farmer. Okay, useful, berguna. How, bagaimana bergunanya mereka to the farmer, kepada peladang tu lah, peladang pekebun lah, mana-mana lah. Okay, I'm the most useful, said the cat. I keep the rats and mice away. Okay, so the cat says dia lah paling useful because dia keep the rats and the mice away. Rats, tikus dan juga mice. Apa beza rats dengan mice? Mice ni dia kecil, rats ni dia besar. So the mice ni usually tikus-tikus kecil kan, so we call it mice. And the rats ni tikus-tikus yang besar gedabak tau. Okay, yang memang apa, haiwan perosak tu, so we call it rats. Next we have, okay, I lay eggs and the farmer sells eggs in the market. Siapa cakap ni? So I help the farmer to earn money, said hen. So ayam tu dia kata, I lay eggs, saya bertelur, and the farmer sells the egg, jual at the market, so I help the farmer earn money. Okay, mendapat duit. But also get eaten, laughed the cat and the dog. So the cat and the dog ni buat lawak lah. Dia kata, oh, dan juga dimakan. So the cat kept very quiet. Senyap, dah orang cakap kau kena makan, so dia senyap lah kan. Then the dog said, I got the house and the farm. I also got the chicken coop and make sure the hens and the eggs are not eaten by the fox. So I'm the most useful. Okay, ada a few words kat sini, kita tengok Guard ni menjaga. Alright. Coop, chicken coop, reban ayam. Make sure the hens and the eggs are not eaten by the fox. Fox ni apa? Fox ni actually musang. Musang. So I am the most useful. Alright. So siapa yang cakap ni? The dog lah. The dog said. Okay, all that you have said is true, the buffalo said. So you agree that I'm the most useful? Asked the dog. Kau setuju tak? No, dia kata no. He thinks I'm the most useful, said the cat. The cat cakap tak, bukan. Buffalo kata, buffalo rasa the cat, bukannya dog kan. And then the buffalo replied lah. The buffalo bagi jawapan, I plow the field. What is plow? Plow ni yang saya nak cakap bahasa Melayu bila kita nak tajak I think so. I'm not so sure what's the word dalam bahasa Melayu. Nak apa kan, kita nak gali tanah kan sebelum kita nak tanam. So plowing tu maksudnya kan bila kita tarik, kita guna kerbau akan tarik yang belakang tu, dia akan tajak, dia akan korek tanah tu. That's what we call plowing the field. Okay, I plow the field. Without me, the farmer would not be able to grow any paddy. I also pull the cart to the market so that the farmer can sell the paddy and the eggs. Without me, the farmer would not have any money and you all would have no food to eat. Okay, apa dia cakap kat sini? Without me, tanpa saya, the farmer would not be able to grow any paddy. Tak boleh nak menanam dan grow. Grow ni maksudnya mengusahakan. Okay, mengusahakan apa? Mengusahakan sampai benda tu tumbuh lah kan. Padi lah. I also pull the cart. Cart ni ialah kereta kerbau tu, to the market so that the farmer can sell the paddy and the eggs. Without me, tanpa saya, the farmer would not have any money. Tak ada duit lah. And you all would have no food to eat. All the other animals thought about what the buffalo said and they left the buffalo in the shed quietly. Diorang pun tinggalkan dia diam-diam daun belah macam tu je. Okay, so it's a bit confusing as to apa yang berlaku kat situ kan. Never mind. Okay, kita cuba jawab one by one. Okay, alright, let's look at question 22. Okay, alright, so question 22 A. Where were the animals? Diorang dekat mana? Dekat animals ni where? Di mana? And the answer is very simple, on the farm, right? On the farm. Okay. Alright. Now B. Okay. The dog and the empty space laughed at the hen. Okay, so which animal laughed at the hen? Kalau kat sini ada laugh, the cat and the dog. So the dog and the cat. Dog and the cat. Alright? Simple. Let's move on. List 2 other farm animals that you know. Okay, kalau keluar soalan macam ni, untunglah korang. Okay. Now, soalan macam ni is very easy. Tapi masalahnya korang ni kan, korang akan confuse kat mana tau. Dekat sini, list 2 farm animals. Apapun tulislah dog, cat. Sudah, salah. Tolong tengok betul-betul. Dia kata kat situ other. Other ni maksudnya yang lain. So, bila dia kata yang lain, okay, so you tolong bagi haiwan lain, okay, and make sure it's farm animals. Jangan letak tiger pula kat situ. So 2 other farm animals yang I can think of right now. Okay, we can have goat, okay, and we can also have let's say duck. Okay, goat and duck, easy lah. Alright, goat and duck. Okay, let's look at D. Alright, which animal was the cleverest? Paling cerdik dekat sini. Okay. Alright, siapa yang paling cerdik kat sini? Okay. Kalau kamu tengok daripada cerita tu, this question, kalau boleh jangan jawab ikut suka hati. Tolong jawab maksudnya macam kamu kena support cerita. Faham? Bila cerita tu, kalau kamu tengok kepada cerita tadi tu, kat sini ni, dia punya kesimpulan cerita ni, apa yang dia nak cakap? Dia nak cakap yang buffalo ni lah yang haiwan paling bijak kat sini. Nampak? Dia nak cakap macam kononnya buffalo ni paling bijak. Itu motif cerita ni. Itu sebab cerita ni dibuat. Jadi kamu jangan bagi opinion kamu pula. Walaupun soalan ni tanya, which animal was the cleverest? Okay. Jangan bagi opinion, kalau saya lah, saya cakap. Bukan macam tu. Faham? Kamu kena menjawab mengikut kepada teks. Kamu kena support kepada cerita tersebut. Okay? So, kalau mengikut kepada ni, the buffalo. Okay. Persoalannya, kenapa the buffalo? Okay, jangan terus jawab. Relax. Kita try to compose kita punya answer first. Kalau mengikut kat sini kan, daripada cerita ni, okay, the buffalo is the cleverest. Why is the buffalo the most cleverest? The answer will be sebab buffalo tu, kita tengok dia buat semua benda, and kalau dia tak buat benda tu, orang lain takkan dapat buat apa yang dia orang nak buat. Okay, ataupun orang lain, binatang lain takkan dapat makan, farmer takkan dapat duit, apa-apa benda yang dia orang telur ke paddy field ke kogat macam mana pun, kalau dia tak bawa pergi ke market, farmer tak dapat jual, and they will not make any money lah. And without the money, you cannot usahakan lagi farm tu. Betul? So he is very important. Okay, he's very useful. The buffalo is very useful based on that lah. So macam mana kita nak cakap benda ni? Okay, itu dia punya komen. Okay, itu dia punya komen. Soalan dia kata apa? Soalan dia kata cleverest. Kenapa dia paling bijak? Adakah sebab dia paling useful, sebab tu dia bijak? Ataupun adakah sebab dia boleh berfikir, sebab tu dia bijak? Ataupun adakah sebab dia boleh bagi jawapan yang menyebabkan haiwan-haiwan lain tu senyap? Adakah sebab tu dia bijak? Nampak? Fikir betul-betul. Cleverest, paling bijak. Bijak sebab apa? Bijak dengan useful is totally different thing, you know. Faham? Soalan dia bukan tanya haiwan mana paling bijak. Dia bukan tanya haiwan mana paling berguna. Dia tanya haiwan mana paling bijak, cleverest. Jadi buffalo tu yang paling bijak sebab dia punya hujah tu, dia punya argument tu, dia punya statement tu, dia punya reply menyebabkan haiwan lain tak dapat nak argue. Okay, they cannot argue with it. They cannot give an answer. They won't just, kan dia kata kat sini, they left the buffalo in the shed quietly. Dia orang belah dan dia, sebab dia orang tak dapat nak jawab apa-apa. Okay, so that's why the buffalo is the cleverest. Alright, so we get the answer already sekarang ni. Macam mana kita nak tulis? Okay, So Captain faham ada banyak perkataan yang susah kita nak nulis. Relax dulu, susun dulu ayat tu. Kita susun dalam bahasa Melayu dulu pun tak apa. Okay, which animal was the cleverest? Dia cakap the buffalo was the cleverest. Kenapa? Sebab buffalo tu berjaya membuat haiwan lain senyap. Tepat tak? Ingatlah Captain Raja. So what? So what? So what? Dia bagi senyap. So what? Okay. Dia berjaya memberi jawapan yang menyebabkan haiwan lain senyap. Rasa boleh buat tak jawapan macam tu? Kalau rasa susah, ubah balik. Okay, ubah balik. Ubah balik. That's how you answer. Faham? So for me right now, yang Captain boleh fikir jawapan paling mudah. Okay, I'm gonna write this first lah. The buffalo was the cleverest. Jaga ni jaga sentence tau. Tengok ni. Was the cleverest. Kenapa kita letak was? Sebab sini Hana balik. Was. Dia past tense. So I'm using was juga sini. The buffalo was the cleverest because okay, it okay, berjaya. Berjaya dalam bahasa Inggeris tahu tak? Tahu tak berjaya tu apa? Tak tahu. Okay, dia boleh. Tukar kepada boleh. Okay, it could. Kenapa kita pakai could? Kenapa tak pakai can? Sebab apa? Could ni dia can tu dalam past tense. Faham? Sebenarnya bukan can lah, past tense lah. Anggap je macam tu dulu. Sebab apa? Benda ni telah berlaku. So dia could, dia boleh. Can tu kan ubah jadi could. It could. Okay, meyakinkan. Tahu tak meyakinkan? Okay, this one kamu kena belajar lah. Okay, convince. Right, could convince the other animals. Okay. Okay, how useful it was. Okay, ini jawapan yang paling tepat sebenarnya. Tapi Captain tahu ramai yang tak dapat jawab macam ni. Sebab nak dapat ni convince the other animals how useful it was. Ni mungkin perkataan ni susah untuk kamu nak tulis. Okay, tak apa. Alright, this is satu jawapan. Kita akan bagi satu lagi jawapan kat sini. Okay, dalam kurungan kita bagi satu lagi jawapan yang mudah. The buffalo was the cleverest because it could. Okay, alright, let's try to kita cuba buat jawapan mudah sikit. It could, dia boleh bagi jawapan bagi sebab. It could bagi sebab yang kuat tentang kegunaan dia. Okay, dia boleh memberi sebab yang kuat, sebab yang bagus tentang kegunaan dia. Okay, jawapan mudah tu, boleh. Alright, relax, fikir jawapan, susun, lepas tu baru buat. Dia boleh memberi apa? Okay, it could give. Jangan pula give ni kamu pergi buat past tense. Sebab sini dah ada past tense. Faham? Alright, dah ada past tense, satu dah layan ni, tak payah past tense lagi dah. It could give satu jawapan and answer, jawapan yang bagus. Okay, tukar. A good. Okay, tentang, about, ia punya, dah belajar kan? Ia punya, its usefulness. Alright, I think this is okay. Alright, kalau kamu rasa susah about its usefulness tu, kamu boleh ubahkan dia jadi about how useful it is. Alright, okay, tak salah jugalah, it's not wrong. Ayat tu tak tepat sangat, but it's not wrong. Okay, apa beza useful dengan usefulness? Usefulness tu kegunaan, useful berguna. Okay, alright, you can write like this, or tapi kalau Captain, I love the other one lah. Okay, about its usefulness. Okay, you can, but this is easy lah. I think you can write something like this. Okay, it's not that difficult. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so ini jawapan mudah. Captain highlightkan jawapan ni. Ini jawapan mudah, ini jawapan yang bagus. Okay, dua-dua betul, tak ada masalah. Dua-dua dapat 2 markah. Okay, kalau ada jawapan lain yang kamu rasa macam betul apa-apa, just ask me. Okay, next. E. Do you agree that the buffalo was the most useful animal to the farmer? Give reason to support your answer. Setuju tak? Buffalo was the most useful animal to the farmer. Give reason to support your answer. Okay, like I said, mesti support kepada cerita lah. Okay, mesti support kepada cerita. So, kalau kita support kepada cerita ni, jawapan yang kita nak bagi, kita nak kata yes. Okay. So, do you agree that the buffalo was the most useful animal? So, kamu tulis yes, I agree. Cukup, tak payah nak buat yes, I agree the buffalo was the most useful animal to the farmer. Tak payah. Yes, I agree je dulu. Okay, comma, jangan lupa comma. Yes, I agree, titik nokta. Lepas tu sambung ayat ni dengan it is because. Jangan mulakan ayat dengan because saja. Please don't start the sentence with the because, with because only. Alright, it is because. Alright, ayat dia macam tu. Alright, sebab apa? Because ni dia gabungkan ayat. Jadi ayat pertama tu it is. Ayat kedua tu lepas because tu. Alright. Okay, so it is because yeah. Okay, still recording, very good. Okay, it is because okay, apa sebab kita nak bagi? Okay, fikir dulu. It is because macam mana yang cakap, kalau tengok pada cerita tadi, dia kata yang tadi kita bincang tu kan, dialah yang buatkan farmer tu boleh buat duit, dialah yang buatkan animal-animal lain tu can get food, boleh dapat makanan. Kalau dia tak buat kerja dia, animal lain tak ada makanan, farmer tu pun tak boleh buat duit. So kita nak cakap apa? Tanpa dia animal lain tak dapat farmer tak boleh buat duit, and animal lain tak dapat makan. Okay, alright. Yes, I agree. It is because without the buffalo, okay, without the buffalo, the farmer cannot make money, and the animal cannot get food. Ni ayat mudah kita bagi ayat mudah. Okay, nampak panjang, but it's very simple kan? Ya, saya setuju sebab kalau sebab tanpa buffalo, without the buffalo, farmer tak boleh buat duit dan animal tak dapat makanan. See, simple. Okay, the farmer cannot make money and the animal cannot get food. Okay, banyak animals. Okay, so you have to like think like that. Okay, you have to think like that. Alright. Okay, simple lah. Simple answer. Question 22 done. Let's go to 23. Okay, 23. Okay, they give you here Gotong Royong Sekolah Kebangsaan Damai. There will be Gotong Royong project on Saturday, 16 September 2019 to clean up and beautify the school compound. The headmaster Encik Hussein bin Bustari reminds all teachers and pupils to be in school by 7:30 AM sharp. Parents are encouraged to participate in this event. Okay, kita rasa tak ada kataan yang susah kat situ. Clean up and beautify. Beautify ni mencantikkan school compound, kawasan sekolah. Headmaster kamu tahu, reminds all the teachers and people to be in school. Parents are encouraged, digalakkan to participate, ambil bahagian in this event tu. Okay, program. Dibagi program 7:30 until 12:30. Parents, teacher and pupils gather in the school. Gather, berkumpul. 8 AM, opening speech by the headmaster. 8:15, briefing on the event by organising chairman. Okay, briefing ni tak limat lah. Apa maksud organising chairman? Organising chairman. Chairman ni pengerusi penganjur. Organising tu penganjur. Okay, dia sekali tu. Organising chairman, pengerusi penganjur. Siapa dia? Mr. Thomas. Distributing the duties. Distributing ni agihkan duties, tugas-tugasan, and divides the participants into group. Okay, pecahkan dia kepada kumpulan lah. Work begins, break and refreshment. Work continues, and then 12:30 they have lunch. Simple. Alright, question 23A. Question 23A. Mr. Thomas, responsibility is. Alright, Mr. Thomas siapa? He is the organising chairman. Alright. So kalau ikutkan kat sini, distributing the duties and divide the participant into group. Inilah jawapan dia. Ini dia punya tugas dia kan. Okay. Alright, kat sini to distribute the work among the participant. This is the best answer. Okay, to distribute the work among the participants. Alright. Kalau rasa confused, tengoklah. To give speech. Siapa bagi speech? Headmaster. Dia bukan headmaster. Headmaster Encik Hussein bin Mustari, kan? Preparing food and drink. Apa pasal pula dia nak prepare food and drink? Tak ada cakap apa prepare food and drink. Nampak? So you buat macam tu lah. Kalau macam you rasa tak sure, janganlah tembak je. Tengok betul-betul. Faham? Boleh nak tu. Boleh nak cari jawapan kat situ. Okay. Distribute the work among the participants. Okay. Let's go to 23B. Okay. 23B. The gotong royong will last for nampak 2 hours the whole day, 3.5 hours. So maksudnya dia tanya berapa lama lah gotong royong ni. Okay. Gotong royong will last for, akan berlangsung selama berapa lama gotong royong. Kita tengok Okay. Tengok balik kepada sini. Alright. Okay, kalau tengok kepada ni semua gotong royong. Okay, kita tak tahu sekarang ni adakah dia cakap pasal gotong royong saja ataupun dia cakap pasal semua. Tapi kita tengok satu-satu. Okay. Okay. Parents, teacher, people gather in the school fair. Dah mula gotong royong ke? Belum lagi. Opening speech by the headmaster. Dah mula gotong royong ke? Belum lagi. Briefing and the event. Okay, taklimat. Dah mula gotong royong ke? Belum. Work begins. Kerja bermula. Dah mula. So maksudnya bermula gotong royong 8.30 pagi. Okay. Break, refreshment, work, continue. Masa ni semua masih dia kerja dah ni. Lepas tu dia makan lunch dekat 12:30. Maksudnya dia berakhir dekat 12:30. So 8.30 sampai 12.30. Nak kira jam, tolonglah kira satu. Tak payah main tambah tolak. Ada je yang tambah tolak silap. Okay. Please count properly. 8:30 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10:30, 10:30 to 11:30, 11:30 to 12:30. Okay. Betul? Macam tu. Okay. Cuba tengok. 4 jam. Ada ke 4 jam? 4 hours. Ada 4 hours? Tak ada. Tak ada 4 hours. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya kat sini ni kan, break and refreshment ni dia tolak jam tu. Okay, dia tolak break and refreshment ni, masa rehat tu kan, dia tolak lah. So dia break jam 10.30, sambung pukul 11 pagi. So how many minutes are here? 30 minutes. So 4 jam tu tolaklah 30 minutes. 4 jam tolak 30 minutes, dapatlah 3 jam 30 minutes. 3 jam 30 minutes is 3.5 hours. Half hour ni maksudnya 30 minit. Alright, that's the answer lah. Okay, 3.5 hours. Okay. Okay, so you can see. Okay, match the phrases in list A to the suitable phrases in list B. Okay. Alright, now untuk ni satu tu dia bagi, the gotong royong starts with the opening speech by the headmaster. Okay, let's go to the first one. The gotong royong will be held on Malaysia Day. Betul ke on Malaysia Day? 16 September, betul lah. Okay. The gotong royong will be held on Malaysia Day. It is held to clean up and beautify the school compound. Okay. And then it is compulsory for all teachers and pupils to join the gotong royong. Okay. This is very simple lah. Very simple. Ini semua jawapan. Captain tak tulis jawapan kat sini lah. Okay. Ini rujuk jawapan. Ada jawapan dalam file yang Captain bagi tu, last kali tu dia ada jawapan. So tolong rujuk jawapan kat situ lah. I'm not gonna write this down. Okay. Alright. Next we go to D and E. Okay. Mr. Thomas will divide the participants into groups. Why do you think he needs to do so? Okay. Kenapa dia kena divide the participants into group? Apa kelebihan ataupun keuntungan dia buat begitu? What is the advantage of doing that? Okay. Okay, so simple kan, semua boleh fikir logik Okay, kenapa dia pecahkan? Sebab apa? Ada kawasan tu besar. Okay, and then ada banyak kecil nak kena buat. Okay, you have a lot of work to do at a lot of places to. I mean, the area is very big and a lot of work. So everybody can do their work. Okay, everybody can do this work and do that work at that place in this place. So when they do like that, what will happen? Kerja tu akan berjalan dengan lebih lancar and then dapat habis on time lah. Okay. Okay. So the word yang kita boleh gunakan ialah efficient. okay, gotong royong tu menjadi dengan lebih efisien. Bagi yang tak tahu macam mana nak mengeja efisien, bolehlah buka dekat dictionary. Okay, tolonglah, okay, belajarlah perkataan-perkataan ni. Janganlah nak harapkan tak erti nak eja efisien guna perkataan lain. Jangan macam tu. Faham? Bila nak belajar perkataan baru kan. Alright, so we answer like that. Okay, why do you think he needs to do so? So kita tulislah, he pun boleh, Mr. Thomas pun boleh. Mr. Thomas needs to do so. Ni ambil dia soalan ni. Mr. Thomas needs to do so. Tak payah because. Faham? Ingat, ada soalan because, ada soalan why yang kamu boleh pakai because, kamu boleh pakai to. Tengok kepada soalan tu, mana yang kamu pakai because, mana yang kamu pakai to. So Mr. Thomas needs to do so to make sure, untuk memastikan kerja berjalan dengan lancar. The gotong royong, okay, is done, dibuat efficiently. Okay, Allah, okay, kita pun salah eja, molek anak. Okay, the gotong royong is done efficiently. Alright, simple, selesai. Benda tu mudah, faham? Dia tak susah kan? Alright, just perkataan ni je lah kamu kena belajar lah perkataan ni. Okay, so you have to learn this word. Kalau kamu rasa kamu tak dapat nak belajar perkataan tu, sekarang lah masa kamu nak belajar. Okay, okay, alright, so let's continue. Okay, a little bit more je nak habis dah ni. Okay, now sekejap, Captain mikir ada tak cara lain kamu nak tulis. Effectively boleh juga. Yang jawapan D jadi kan, Mr. Thomas needs to do so to make sure the gotong royong is done effectively. Boleh juga. Kalau rasa tak dapat effectively, is done smoothly. Boleh juga. Kalau bukan smoothly, quickly and goodly tak ada. Goodly tak ada. Okay, is gitu. Busuk-busuk lah. Busuk-busuk paling mudah. Well done. The gotong royong is well done. Tapi well done tu tak sesuai lah. Okay, don't do well done. Don't do well done. Okay, best answer is efficiently. Alright. Okay, let's go at E. Do you think it is good for parents to participate in this gotong royong? Why? Okay, parents participate. Bagus ke tidak? Mestilah bagus kan? Kita kan cakap tak bagus. Soalannya, kenapa? Okay, kenapa dia bagus? Alright. So, idea apa yang dapat datang? Fikir dulu idea tu. Okay, kita boleh cakap, cakap apa? Okay, kita nak cakap orang boleh meluangkan masa sama-sama. Okay, boleh meluangkan masa sama-sama untuk membuat suatu perkara yang bagus. Boleh juga. Okay, I think that's a good answer. Boleh meluangkan masa sama-sama membuat perkara yang bagus, sambil menerapkan nilai-nilai murni kepada anak-anak masing-masing. Idea tu memang ada. Nak buat ayat tu macam mana? Payah kan? Tak apa. Okay, kita ada idea dulu. Lepas tu nanti barulah kita fikir macam mana nak buat ayat. Okay, alright. So kita nak cakap macam mana? Kita nak cakap, do you think it's a good parents to participate in this gotong royong? Why? Okay, so jawab dulu. Yes, I think it is good. Yes, I think it is good. Okay, for parents to participate in this gotong royong. Ada sengkang. Okay, because ke? Let fikir dulu. Okay, it's because for it's good for parents to participate in this gotong royong untuk meluangkan masa dengan anak-anak. To spend quality time with their children dan menerapkan nilai-nilai murni. Macam mana aku nak cakap menerapkan? Okay, senang. Menerapkan, menggalakkan. Apa dia? Easy, very easy word. Promote. Okay, and promote nilai-nilai murni. Tahu tak nilai murni apa? Nilai apa? Values. Bagus. Good values. Good values. Kepada siapa? Kepada anak-anak mereka. To their children. Okay. Alright. It looks macam bila sekali kamu baca soalan tu kan macam susah nak menjawab. It's like it seems like very difficult to answer the question. But if you sit down, you relax, you think properly, it is very easy to answer. Faham? But you have to answer slowly lah. Kena jawab perlahan-lahan. Jangan gelojoh. Tolong jangan gelojoh bila jawab soalan macam ni. Faham? You have to relax. Relax. Fikir idea dulu. Susun ayat tu betul-betul. Okay? Kalaulah kamu terbuat salah sekalipun, dia tak akan teruk sangat salah tu. Okay? And kalaulah kamu ada salah sikit-sikit, masih peksa nanti, ya Allah, doa-doa lah pemeriksa tu tak perasan ke, ataupun dia tolong kau ke. Macam tu je lah. Faham? Kalau kau buat ayat tu memang totally wrong, tak ada siapa pun boleh tolong kau. Faham? But if you can do something that is a little bit okay, that shouldn't be a problem. If you are good, you do like this will be very good for you. Okay, let's move on to the last part, question 24 and question 25. Alright, almost done. Okay, question 24. Dia bagi, what is this? This is a question about, this is a promotion kan? This is a promotion ni. Ramadan special promotion. Eat all you can. Jake's Seafood Restaurant. More than 40 dishes of fresh food. Okay, Ramadan special promotion. Eat all you can. Makan apa semua yang kau boleh. Jake's Seafood Restaurant. So ni nama kedai tu lah. Okay. More than 40 dishes of fresh seafood. Okay, dishes. Perkataan dishes kat sini ni maksudnya sajian lah. Okay. Bukannya pinggan tau. Memanglah pinggan tu kita panggil dish. Tapi dishes ni merujuk kepada sajian. Okay. More than 40 dishes of fresh seafood. Alright. So maksudnya this is a restaurant which sells seafood lah. Nama pun Jake's Seafood Restaurant kan. Okay. Ramp for disables. Ramp for disables means tengok gambar boleh tahu lah kan. Okay, so maksudnya dia bagi ni. Okay, ramp for disabled maknanya dia bagi apa benda tu? Slope tu kan. Slope. I do not know how to translate dalam bahasa Melayu. The slope for the people with wheelchair. Okay. Alright, then we have valid from 6 May 2019 until 4th June 2019. Maksudnya this promotion ni all you eat all you can is between 6 May 2019 until 4th June 2019. Free wifi, valet parking. What is valet parking? Valet parking ni maksudnya kau tak payah risau nak parking sebab ada orang bila kau sampai kau bagi kereta tu kat dia, that person will take your car key, take your car, park for you. And then bila you nak balik, the valet parking will give back your car and then you balik. So maksudnya you tak payah risau parking. Ada orang parkingkan kereta tu bang. Okay, that is valet parking. Alright, fully air conditioned, spacious car park. Okay, sangat luas. Okay, car park. And then dia bagi, I think this is like a buffet lah kan. So kata adult RM45 per person, children RM20 per child. Free for children below 5 years old. 5 years old ke bawah free. Please call nombor ini for reservation. Alright, selesai. And they give you conversation between Fatin and Mom. Mom, let's go and breakfast at Jake's restaurant today. Breakfast, bukan breakfast. Buka puasa. Jake's restaurant today. Mom, anything special? Fatin, that's a Ramadan special promotion. We can eat to our heart's content. Our heart's content. Okay, maksudnya boleh makan sesuka hati. Okay, great. What are they serving? Diorang serve apa? More than 40 dishes of seafood. We can call to make our reservation and bring grandpa too. Kenapa grandpa? Dia tak bagi tahu kenapa, tapi dia kata we can bring grandpa too. Okay, menarik lah. Confirm dia katanya soalan nanti kenapa grandpa dia kan. Okay, let's look at the question. Okay, right, true or false? Tolonglah merayu korang. Kalau dia bagi right, true or false, tolonglah janganlah kau pergi tick. Okay, janganlah kau pergi kosmetik ke, buat benda lain ke, jangan. Faham? Alright. Alright, let me just get this done first. Okay, buka macam ni. Okay. Jake Restaurant is only open from 6 May to 4th June 2019. Baca betul-betul Is only open. Hanya buka. Betul ke dia hanya buka? Tak tak betul. 6 May until 4th June ni ialah valid of the promotion. Dia buka sepanjang tahun, tak ada masalah. So A itu is false. Right? Let's look at B. There is a restaurant special buffet promotion at Jake's Restaurant. Ada promotion special Ramadan. Betul? Betul lah kan. Sebab tu ada iklan. Alright? Simple. Okay, let's look at 25. A. Okay, list 2 facilities available at the restaurant. Tolong fahamkan perkataan facilities. Okay. Dia akan keluar peperiksaan dalam 1001 macam jenis. Faham? Perkataan ni mudah Kalau kamu tak tahu facilities, tolonglah kamu kena ambil tahu juga. Kamu belajar ni daripada tahun 1 lagi. Tolong, please. Okay. Facilities ni maksud dia ialah kemudahan. Okay. Kemudahan. So dia kata list 2 facilities available at the restaurant. Kemudahan yang ada kat sini, ramp for disabled, valet, parking, free wifi. Okay. 3 tu. Jangan ambil yang complicated sangat, ambil yang mudah-mudah aja. Okay, so we have free wifi. And then kita ada what is the other one? RAM for disabled. RAM for disables. Okay. Alright. Okay. Kalau bukan RAM for disabled, valet parking lah. Okay, ada 3 ni. Tak payah nak pergi air condition pun dia punya ni. Tak payah lah. Sebab apa? Dia bulatkan ni. Faham? Memanglah ni ada juga. Tapi tak payahlah kau nak menyusahkan diri. Sebab apa? Captain takut that this will not be part of the scheme, you know. Skema jawapan tu tak termasukkan benda ni sekali. So if it's like that, then rugilah, because this is a very easy question. Okay? So use benda-benda yang jelas ni. Okay? Alright. B. Question says, why do you think Jake Restaurant is a suitable place to bring Fatin's grandfather, who is on a wheelchair, to dine in? Simple. Sekarang dia bagi tahu kan, Fatin's grandfather is a person who is on a wheelchair. Alright. So apa kelebihan dia? Sebab ada ramp tu, nampak? The ramp tu akan menyebabkan dia senang nak masuk dan keluar. Wah, so okay, relax, dah tahu jawapan. Fikir macam mana aku nak tulis jawapan ni. Macam mana aku nak jawab soalan ni. Okay. The restaurant is a suitable place to bring Fatin's grandfather who is on a wheelchair. Okay. So kamu cakap I think. Sebab dia kata, why do you think Jake's restaurant is a suitable place? So I think Jake's restaurant, jangan salah je, benda ada depan mata is a suitable place to bring Fatin's grandfather. Tak payah cakap who is on a wheelchair, tak payah. Ayat tu dah lengkap dah. To bring Fatin's grandfather because it has a ramp for the disabled. Janganlah saling bulat-bulat kan. Because it has a ramp. It has a ramp. Macam tak lengkap kan. Kalau kita cakap because it has a ramp for the disabled, kita akan cakap so what? Nampak? So dia macam tak tepat, macam tak ada kaitan dengan Fatin's grandfather. Kita nak cakap apa ni? Nampak? So here's where you sit down, you think properly. How can you gonna give a very good answer lah? Okay? Okay. Boleh je kamu nak sambung. Because it has a ramp. Okay. For Fatin. Captain tulis mudah sebab kalau Captain jawab, Captain buat her grandfather. For Fatin's grandfather's wheelchair. Apa ni? Allahu Akbar. I think Jake's restaurant is a suitable place to bring Fatin's grandfather because it has a ramp for Fatin's grandfather's wheelchair. Untuk Fatin punya grandfather punya wheelchair. Okay. Alright. So logik lah. Faham? Dia dah berkait. So macam logik lah. Orang boleh faham lah jawapan dia. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's move on to C. This is the last question, is it? I think this is the last question. Yes, this is the last question. Okay, let's go for C. In your opinion, why is Jake Restaurant an ideal place to dine in during peak hours? Okay, fahamkan soalan betul-betul. Kenapa? Ini pendapat kamu. Jake Restaurant, ideal place, tempat paling ideal to dine in during peak hours. Apa maksud peak hours? Maksudnya masa yang kemuncak. Kemuncak apa benda? Restoran kemuncak. Apa maksud kemuncak restoran? Maksudnya masa yang ramai orang datang. Okay, the time where people, peak time where people will come. A lot of people will come. So why is it an ideal place? Okay, ada dua sebab je sekarang kat sini. Kalau kamu boleh fikir lah. Okay, first is because spacious car park, and then the other one is because valet parking. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay, and ada sebab lain juga. I think no lah. I think that's the best answer. Valet parking dengan spacious car park. So kita akan sebut dua benda ni. Okay, benda tu yang akan disebut bila peak hours, maksudnya banyak kereta kan. Banyak kereta, banyak orang. So kita tak payah nak risau pasal parking. So kalau bila ramai orang nak pergi restoran tu, so parking tu akan jadi masalah. So spacious parking tak ada masalah. Ada valet parking pula, so lagi tak payah risau. Terus datang, just go and eat lah. Okay, so that is the best answer that I can think of right now. Why is Jake Restaurant an ideal place to dine in during peak hours? Okay, so tulis Jake's Restaurant is an ideal. Kenapa is? Kenapa ada is kat sini? Ni apa ni? Tengok cuba tengok jawapan Captain. Jawapan Captain, Jake Restaurant is an ideal. Okay, ini format yang Captain ajar dulu, ingat tak? Who, do, what, bla 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 belakang tu. Soalan ni dia punya do dia terbalik. Nampak do dia kat sini, Jake Restaurant. So ambil do ni letaklah kat sini, ambil verb ni put it here. Okay, Jake Restaurant is like that. Okay, ramai yang akan jawab je lah, Jake Restaurant an ideal place to dine in during peak hours because is dia kau telan. Jangan buat macam tu. Okay, Captain dah ajar lah formula buat ayat. Okay, so please follow the formula. If not, rugi. Sebab satu perkataan is ni je, kau tak dapat satu markah. Tak dapat dua markah, dapat satu markah je. So it's a waste. Jake Restaurant is an ideal place to dine in during peak hours because dia mempunyai a spacious car park and a valet parking. Selesai. A valet parking, bukan a valet parking, and valet parking. Sorry. And valet parking. Alright, selesai. Tepat, straight to the point, easy. Okay. Alright, that's it, I guess. So this is a very for me, I see this is moderate and ni level medium. Dia tak adalah susah sangat. Sebab soalan susah dia tak banyak banding dengan soalan exam korang yang baru-baru ni. This one is a bit easier compared to that one. Okay, so these are the answers that I give you, and of course dalam soalan dalam ni ada lagi jawapan di belakang ni yang dia bagi. Okay, this is skema dia lah. And kalau kamu tengok skema ni dengan jawapan yang Captain bagi, yang soalan yang tepat ni memang betul lah kan. Soalan yang macam jawapan macam ni lebih kurang tu betul. Tengok ni, no it is not because the animals were useful. Okay, yang ni skema dia terima soalan yang jawapan yang negatif. Okay, ini soalan yang mana? Soalan 22E tadi tu. Captain suruh jawab positif. Captain suruh support text kan kat sini, kalau kamu ingat lah. Okay, Captain suruh support text kat sini. Kat sini dia kata accept any suitable answer. Bagus lah. Faham? Dia bagi macam ni, lepas tu dia kata accept any suitable answer. So boleh diterima. So no pun boleh, yes pun boleh. Tapi ada setengah skema soalan kadang-kadang dia tak nak no. Dia kalau benda tu dia nak jawapan yang support kepada teks sahaja. So please make sure wherever you answer this kind of question, in your opinion ni question tu kan, please answer supporting the text, menyokong teks. Jangan lawan teks. Faham? Teks tu cerita pasal buffalo, sekali kau cakap no, aku nak cat juga, jangan macam tu, faham? Alright, you can support the text, faham? Walaupun soalan tu kata mengikut pendapat awak, in your opinion, don't answer according to your opinion, please support the text. Okay, that's all for today, for this session. Alright, so paper 1 dah selesai. Later I will do the one for paper 2. Please finish up paper 2 first before you watch the video in paper 2. Then I will upload the video for you, and you can see how to do the essay lah. If you feel like susah sangat nak buat essay tu, then never mind, you wait for the video first, and then we will discuss on that. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum. Take care. Alright, be safe. Okay.